Welcome back for today's college basketball pick video play for December 28, 2018. In this one, talking about this Summit League matchup between South Dakota and North Dakota State. Going to give our lean on where we see the better value against the spread. The home team favorites giving about 2.5 points on what figures to be a relatively competitive matchup. If you're interested in getting all of our college basketball picks for today, including our daily free play, you can check those out over at stumpthespread.com. So coming into this one, South Dakota at 6-7 overall, North Dakota at 5-8. Through non-conference action, and really neither of these basketball programs right now are as good as we've seen them in recent years, specifically South Dakota State in comparison to their last year's team as their head coach moved on, as well as a number of key contributors. We expect both of these squads to probably finish around the middle tier of the Summit League, and really it should be a battle amongst a number of squads behind what figures to be the runaway frontrunner South Dakota State to go on and win the Summit League regular season title. Now, South Dakota, in terms of what they've been doing more recently, a pretty tough schedule in their last outing, coming up short at home against Southern Miss, losing that one by 6 points, and then they were also blown out at Kansas. Not a huge surprise in that one. And also another recent home defeat against a mid-major opponent, losing to UMKC by 2 points, but then also they had a nice win on the road against Colorado State, and that pretty much rounds out what they've done over the past couple of weeks of action. Now, the Coyotes, in terms of their numbers on the year, a defensive-oriented group. They really like to slow things down and grind things out. At least that's what the numbers have indicated from this group. They're averaging about 65 points per game while also giving up around that same number. Now, their opposition today, North Dakota State, not quite as good in terms of their overall record, also challenging themselves certainly, and the Bison, they've had some pretty decent results on their home court in particular throughout non-conference action. They beat UCSB by 19 points at home. They defeated Towson in blowout fashion. Also, more recently, taking down both Missouri State and Eastern Washington, each of those victories coming by 7 points respectively. And then in their last outing against a D1 opponent, they went on the road against a tough Montana squad, and then they fell short in that one by a final of 53-60 before their final non-conference matchup. It was against a lower division opponent, and they absolutely ran away with that one, winning by a final of 90-43. But not a huge surprise with North Dakota State in that one, going against a lower division opponent. Now, the Bison, in terms of their numbers, they have been better than South Dakota in terms of their offensive production. They're averaging a bit over 71 points per game, but then they're also a bit worse on the defensive side of the ball as well, averaging about 73 points per game. Now, in terms of the Summit League, home court usually has a bit of value here, and specifically with North Dakota State over there in the Shields Center, they're going to have their fans out and supporting them, and that can really matter in these matchups here within this conference. And we think that that's probably going to play a difference in what we see as two fairly similar match teams. We like the home squad to take care of business, playing behind that home court advantage as North Dakota State goes on to win and cover this 2.5 point spread. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our college basketball picks over at stumpthespread.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hope to see you guys back here for our next video.